Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you are watching Off the Track, and it is time to drop the hammer.
Great. First off, though, like I said, Bennett, you ran an outlaw kart this last weekend. Take over the mic, talk a little bit about your weekend in the Holmes Racing number 18T.
Yeah, it was different for sure. Like we said, I think in the two podcasts prior, I got to turn some laps in an open at it like a play day on Sunday, and then really getting back into the swing of racing in open at Red Bluff. It's been over, I think, a year and a couple days. So it was definitely unique getting back. I'm not going to lie, I was a little rusty. I went out for qualifying. We didn't necessarily have the right setup on. We were a little tight, and then the silencer came off.
Yeah, one of the springs holding the silencer on the CR500 popped off, and I knew you were in trouble right away because when this happens, the motor obviously does not make the right normal noise. Well, it was extremely loud.
It was super weird too. Like normally you wouldn't think like it affects you, but right as it happened, I was like, okay, what's going on? And then I realized, silencer came off. But I was just like, oh no, what's going on? So, when you only have 2-3 laps to qualify at Red Bluff and that's it, just one mistake that gets in your head like that just kind of throws you off. So that kind of put us behind the 8-ball fairly quick. We qualified, I think, 34th out of,
37.
37. So definitely not the fastest car on the track, but, that's all right coming back after a year. And then it was super fun. We went out for the heat race. I think you didn't have the greatest luck this weekend, which sucked, but we started deep in the heat race. I think we were starting last or second to last, and then I think by halfway we were up to fourth, fighting for third, and then a caution came out, and then we restarted fourth, and we gave it a value and effort, and we got all the way, just finished fourth.
Hang on, I got to interrupt you. So this is the part I'm excited about. So I love Bennett's enthusiasm in racing, and we're going to play the footage here. This will be the first piece of footage we want to share with you, which will be in your vlog. Going across the line, Bennett has his arm full on out the window with the fist pump and a wheelie all at the same time after his 8th-4th heat race run.
Yeah, so if you don't know about Red Bluff, when you start in the back, heat races are so tough to pass. We only have 8 laps, right?
Incredibly tough, tracks fast.
Right, and so starting there, I know I'm in the D main, so it's like, well, it's really tough to run the D, the C, all the way to the B, and then the A, especially since the competition in each one of those mains is so stout.
And gets harder and harder as you go
So going out there, I'm nervous. I'm like, shoot, I just want to make it to the B main at least. I mean, that's a solid run for sure in a heat race. So there was a start, and then there was a jump start, which was kind of good because, gave me a little time to run with some cars, and then there's the actual official start. And so we started, we worked our way up, and then I was counting off cars. I was like, hey, I need the next one to get into the C main and then into the B main. And so when we got to the C main, I was stoked. And then we made the pass for the B main, and, I was just counting down the laps, and I seen 2 to go from the flagger. And then next thing you know, we got white flag coming around. I threw it down to the bottom in 3 and 4, just absolutely pulled the clutch in, let it rip. Fist out the window. I mean, after a year of not racing, and to really, honestly, if you go straight to the A main in the opens, it's awesome. It just clears your mind. All you have to do is race for fun at that point, really.
Yeah.
But to make it all the way from being locked into the D main straight to the B main, just knowing I don't have to run those 2 extra mains really helps a lot. And I was stoked. I was like, well, this is perfect. Don't have to run the soup. Don't have to change setup, because really when you're running, I think because you ran some this weekend, when you run from the D to the C to the B, you can kind of make setup changes, and all those races are back to back. Like there's a race in between, right?